Drawing upon the history and landscape of where she grew up, Stephanie Fry has used film and audio to bring back an almost forgotten location at Billinge Hill. The Threads of History project began with a fascination about a small brick and concrete structure sticking out of the ground on top of a windswept and lonely hill. Underneath that hill was a small concrete bunker which had been fully operational throughout the 1960s as part of a nationwide network of over 1,500 such posts, all designed to monitor the impending nuclear threat posed by the Cold War. The studies that Stephanie undertook into the history of this era, combined with her examining the ecology, landscape and topography of Billinge Hill, led her to create a film which captures the calm atmosphere of nature and juxtaposes it with the stark and uneasy subject matter of the Cold War. The film also touches on themes of abandonment, isolation and reflection, topics which are especially resonant at the present time.
Never lived more than 400 yards from here. I lived in, as you go round the corner, there's hairdressers. I lived in there from 1948 to going in the forces. These bunkers were meant for if anything happened. When we used to go, we used to park up on the farm and then walk through. My brother was chief observer, which he did the organising, and I was leading observer, which is supposed to involve the training. It was a Cold War, which is distant, but we knew in territorials. You're practising and you're rehearsing and you go to exercise and whatnot. If it came to wartime, you would have more than 4 minutes because there'd be the warming up period, as you might say. You're there learning and training for something that might never happen anyway, which it hasn't. At the Billinge post at one point with 2 ladies. The original post, as you say, was aircraft recognition, which they would sit on the top of the beacon itself. There was a single bed, there was just room to walk, and then there was the tables with all the instrumentation on. You go down probably at depth of about 8 to 10 feet.
Next, the fallout warning. When fallout is expected, you will hear 3 bangs in short succession. They will be sounded by means of maroons like this. You must now choose a room in your home which will give the best protection from fallout. If you live in a house, the safest place is the ground floor or basement. Choose a room with the smallest amount of outside wall. The farther you are from outside walls and the roof, the better the protection. Here is a list of the most important things you will need. Drinking water. Food, mostly in tins. Portable radio and spare batteries. Tin opener, bottle opener. Toys for children, books and magazines to pass the time. Some cutlery and crockery. And now here is a list of some things which will make living in your fallout room much more comfortable. Bedding, sleeping bags, portable stove and fuel, saucepans for boiling water and cooking, warm clothing, torches with spare bulbs and batteries, candles, matches. Change of clothing. Table and chairs. First aid kit, household medicines and prescribed medicines. Toilet articles, soap, toilet rolls. Box of dry sand, cloths or tissues for wiping plates and utensils. Notebook and pencil for messages. Brushes, shovel and cleaning materials, rubber or plastic gloves. Clock and calendar. Finally, don't forget your booklet, Protect and Survive. It tells you how to make your home and family as safe as possible. All the items we've just told you about are listed in it.
Could be a situation where you could be there any time over 8 hours. Yeah, do all the readings and stay there until somebody decided to relieve you. Take and assess wherever a bomb's gone off. Assess whether there's a lot of radiation from it, and then they could advise the general public about that. At the end of an exercise, you used to have to let Preston know that the last man was leaving the post. We were fortunate to get down when they presented colours. There were 2,000 observers on parade. Now, that's just a small collection from around the country. It's the same with anything. If a job needs doing, you've got to do it, haven't you?